bringing you the most comprehensive coverage in Central Ohio. 6 on Your Side Sports. Today, live from Madison, the Wisconsin Badgers host the Ohio State Buckeyes. It's Ohio State football coverage, and you got a front row seat. So lace up your cleats. It's Buckeye Football Fever, live from 6 on Your Side.
And a good evening to you. Cindy Cooper, Clay Hall from Camp Randall Stadium. And the Buckeyes are still unbeaten, 6-0, 2-0 in the Big Ten after a 27-16 whipping of the Badgers. They own the fourth quarter today, and the dream season lives on. You said an ugly win, maybe the ugliest you've seen in a while.
Hey, Clay, it was ugly. Probably the first 3 quarters we made more mistakes than we've made thus far this season, but we'll take it. A win's a win. A win is a win. Some teams win on talent, some win on luck, some win on heart. I thought the Buckeyes won on talent. The franchise stood up today in the fourth quarter. That's Eddie George. He came through, 2 touchdowns there as the Buckeyes win going away. Some of the guys off. Didn't look like a particularly inspirational performance today, but a win is a win. Some of the guys were off, and it seemed like offensively, their biggest plays were broken plays. Defensively, we were blitzing the quarterback. The quarterback was rolling out, breaking containment. While he was breaking containment, we were losing our coverage. So we made their number 4, their wide receiver, I think his name was Michael London, we made him look like a star today all over broken plays. Did you sense that this team would come in here a little flat, or do you now feel that there is some relief, a sigh of relief? At 6-0, we're back home. 4 the next 6 games are in the cozy confines of the Horseshoe. I don't think the Buckeyes came in flat. I just think they made some mistakes early on. The breaks weren't going our way, and sometimes you have games like that. But what's important is we came out with a win. Teams like Alabama last year, they won a lot of games close, and that's what counts at the end of the season, is what your win column looks like. Coach Cooper says just win, baby, that Al Davis credo, and they win today, 27-16 over Wisconsin, and Eddie George, who can stop him? Nobody, just too much junk in his trunk. Benny, back to you in Columbus.
All right, Clay, Cindy, we're going to check in with you guys just a little bit later. I know we want to see some of those first half highlights, another first half struggle, but the Bucks do pull it out in the second half. Probably the biggest play of the game. Let's talk about the key play. Gave the Bucks a little bit of momentum there in the second half. Third quarter, Bucks trailing 9-7. Ryan Miller jumps in front of the Darrell Bevel pass intended for Carl McCullough. Miller takes it all the way down to the Badgers' 6-yard line, and that gets a little life in these lethargic Buckeyes in the first half, especially the offense. Thought defensively they didn't look too bad. 3 plays later, that's going to be Bobby Hoying to Terry Glenn. That's going to give the Bucks the lead, their second lead of the ball game. They would go up 13-9. So the Buckeyes not doing bad. Now let's check out the Buckeye Football Fever phone poll. Now after the big win today and the key plays like that, the Buckeyes are 2-0 in the Big Ten. Now will the Buckeyes be in the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day? 821-9007 if you think they're the class of the Big Ten and will be heading to Pasadena. 821-9008 if you think the Bucks will be bowling elsewhere. Now remember, one ring registers your call. Results coming up at the end of this show. Now, of course, we're just getting started on the OSU postgame report. We've got the full inside scoop ahead. We come back with the first and second quarter breakdown. Stay tuned to 6 on Your Side and the Buckeyes. We're also going to hear from Coach Cooper when we come back. You're watching Buckeye Football Fever.
Buckeye Football Fever is being brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side.
Your Nationwide agent is Glenn Evans in Sunbury, Mike Leach in Westerville, and Jim New in Grove City.
By Big Bear, your tailgating headquarters. By Rolling Rock Beer, from the mountain springs of Old Latrobe, same as it ever was. By your Chrysler Plymouth dealers. By Revco, a friend for life. By HQ to the rescue. And by AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts.
Big Bear loves giving hugs. And now, with our community hug-a-thon, we're jumping through the screen to hug your favorite organization. So use your Hug Club card and help the community. Big Bear's Hug-a-thon.
is being where you need us to be. Good health is caring for your body, mind, and spirit. Good health is everything.
Today, a lot of different stores have pharmacies, superstores, discounters, supermarkets, but do they really know your pharmacy needs? At Revco, serving the healthcare needs of you and your family is our business, and we're here to help you with our advanced pharmacy technology, our network of over 2,100 stores, and our dedicated team of over 5,000 pharmacists.
Revco, a friend for life.
With that kind of commitment, why would you go anywhere else?
Here's another clever idea from Plymouth. In the new Plymouth Grand Voyager, a seat is not only a seat, it's a table and a cup holder. It can come with a drawer, and one seat can convert into 2 reclining child safety seats. Overall, the Plymouth Grand Voyager seats are the best minivan seats on wheels. In fact, they're the only minivan seats on wheels. Clever idea. Plymouth Grand Voyager. It simply slides, folds, protects, unfolds, rolls, and drives better.
And we are back at Camp Randall Stadium. OSU a winner, 27-16 today. 3 times in the last 11 years, the Buckeyes have brought in a top 5 team, and today is the first time they have won in Mad City over that 11-year period when they were a top 5 team. Let's, Cindy, take it away.
Let's hear what Coach Cooper had to say just minutes ago in the locker room about that.
Guys, obviously we're happy with the outcome of the ball game. Really proud of the football team. I think Wisconsin, first of all, is a good team. I think they played hard. I think we took their best shot here today, and great crowd. And you know, it's just made college football at its best. And it's great to come out there in the second half and play like we did on defense and shut down their running game and their passing game. And defense set up what I thought was the turning point of the ball game was when Ryan Miller made the interception and gave us great field position. We put that ball in the end zone, and when the game's on the line, we went to Big 27 and. You know, he came through. I'm really proud of Eddie George in particular. 141 yards, I think, and 3 touchdowns today. And any kind of honors that might come Eddie's way, I promise you, are very, very deserving. I've never been around a finer young man than Eddie George. He's a leader. He's a hard worker, and he'll be out there tomorrow afternoon leading this football team. So I'm happy to come away with a good, solid victory. I think Wisconsin's a good football team. And Barry, of course, did a great job getting his football team ready to play. So it's good to get out here with a win.
They pretty much stopped Eddie for 3.5 quarters, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, we were going east and west a lot on them in the first half. They got a good defensive football team. I mean, that's the same team that went over there and held Penn State to 9 points. You know, 2 weeks ago they had an open date. I think they were fresh and they had a good game plan and you know, well coached and they took away. There's no question they're going to be keying on Eddie, but. The credit goes, we were running behind Big Orlando Pace, and Nicky Sualua was getting him a few pancakes. And north-south style of football, I think, won the game for us.
John, was the Camp Randall jinx, well, I mean, acting up pretty well there in the first half? I mean,
well,
was everything that went on in that
well, I'll tell you what, everything. I mean, we made a lot of mistakes in the first half. I mean, Ricky fumbled the first pass he catches. He got it out there like a loaf of bread, and maybe he learned a valuable lesson from that. And fumbled the ball, got the crowd involved in the ball game, and then, of course, Nicky fumbles right before halftime, and then we take time out with 13 seconds left to go in the first half. That shows you we were not. I think the mark of a good football team, though, guys, and with all due respect to Wisconsin, I think you got to win when you don't play your best game, and we did not play our best game in the first half. Now, I think we played our best ball game in the fourth quarter when the game was on the line, and that's why I'm so proud of them. I think the captains did a heck of a job at halftime, and the seniors, and the leadership was good. We never panicked and came out there in the fourth quarter and did what we had to do.
John, you're through. We are back at Camp Randall. John Cooper on the heels of another Buckeye win, 6-0, 2-0 in the Big Ten, and I know there's going to be some reason to think now with 4 of the remaining 6 ball games at home that maybe this was over the hump time. 6-0, maybe this was the one that will get us to Pasadena. Can we think that way?
I don't know if we can think that this game alone is going to get us to Pasadena. Possibly the next 4 home games are going to help us because we're not going to lose at the Shoe. I don't think we're going to let our fans down at the Shoe. We play away at Minnesota, and obviously we go to Michigan, so those are going to be big games. This game gets us over the hump, but every game until Michigan and after that is going to be a big game.
I'm loving this Columbus assignment, folks. 6-0, the Buckeyes win again at Camp Randall Stadium. The first time they have brought a top 5 team into Mad City and gone home a winner. Vinny, back to you.
All right, Clay City, thanks so much. Let's talk about that first half now. It was very lethargic. lethargic. Barry Alvarez and the Badgers trying to stick it to John Cooper and the Buckeyes in Camp Randall, and an inauspicious start for the Bucks. Bobby Hoying hits Ricky Dudley, and Dudley, he's going to rumble, stumble, bumble. He's out past the 40-yard line. Was he carrying it like a loaf of bread? Yes, he was, and he's going to cough it up right there. Unfortunately, that gives the ball over to the Badgers. They recover at the Buckeye 49-yard line. That sets up Wisconsin with a 44-yard field goal by John Hall. Wisconsin 3-zip early in the ball game. Then Anthony Gwynn comes up big. He picks the Darrell Bevel pass out of the air at about the 19-yard line. He's going to return it 19 yards, and the Bucks, they're back in business. And don't call John Cooper conservative. 4th and 2 from the 23, and the Bucks go to the air. Hoying hits Buster Tillman, and that's a first down. But 2 plays later, Hoying shuns an open Nicky Sualua short. Goes for an outstretched Demetrius Stanley. It's deflected and picked up by Kevin Huntley, and the quarter ends in a 3-0 Wisconsin lead. Now we're moving to the second quarter. That's a nice play there by Mr. Mike Vrabel at the end, and now we see Bobby Hoying. He gets the boys going in the second half. The nice pass, nice run down here to the 1-yard line as the Buckeyes, they are threatening. And what do? You give it to Eddie George, and here he comes. That makes it a 7-3 ball game. Buckeyes on top at the G's heads. They see their boys come back. Wisconsin threatening at the Buckeye 20, 3rd and 6. Greg Belisari, the big sack, but the face mask penalty keeps the drive alive, and Bevel makes it happen. Drops back. Cecil Martin, I'm calling. Cecil answers the 4-yard touchdown pass and a 9-7 lead. The Badgers missed the point after attempt. And the Buckeyes do look to bounce right back on 2nd and 23. Nicky Sualua on the draw play goes 21 yards, but he coughs it up. The Badger recovers at the Buckeye 38. The Buckeyes D bucks up at the half. The score is 9-7. The 21st ranked Badgers lead the 4th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. And you check the key stats. How about the defense right here? The rushing yards, very good for the Buckeyes. They only give up 16. They're down at the half, but they control everywhere, and the turnovers big. 3 turnovers to 1 turnover for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So that's pretty big. Now we're going to be coming back. We've got Purdue Penn State highlights. We've got the second half, and we'll be going out to Clay Hall and Cindy Cooper once again. You're watching Buckeye Football Fever.
It's a TV and video spectacular this week at Sun, with special savings on everything you'll need to enjoy your favorite new fall shows. Tune in over 100 channels of TV entertainment with this satellite dish system. It's just 18 inches wide and delivers crystal clear digital pictures with CD quality sound, all for only $5.97. From stereo TVs and 60-inch big screens to 4-head VCRs and digital satellite systems, don't miss the savings this week during the TV and video spectacular, going on now at Sun.
Prices are coming down in Columbus. It's the grand opening of the amazing new HQ, with everything to improve your home inside and out, at the guaranteed lowest prices on over 40,000 items, like McCulloch chainsaws. So come to the grand opening of HQ, going on right now in 2 great locations at Wilson Road and Sawmill Road. The grand opening of HQ. It's HQ to the rescue.
For Northwest Airlines, the king of the blues, B.B. King.
BB? Okay, BB. Go to the announcer.
Plan ahead for the holidays and save up to 50% on select Northwest round-trip fares to select cities in the U.S. and Canada.
With a deal that good, how can I possibly sing the blues?
Sale ends October 17th.
We are back in Mad City, and the Buckeyes have turned it upside down, beating the Badgers 27-16 today to stay unbeaten, and the 4th-ranked club in the nation rolls on. A lot of mistakes, but they stood up when they had to, made the plays.
Hey, Eddie George came out and really brought this game to a head for us, at least as far as the score went. Let's hear what he had to say in the post-game in the locker room. Let's hear his comments.
the difference there in the second half? You just broke through and you busted the big you just kept, you had to be patient with it. You know, they were very aggressive up front. We just had to do it, you know. I mean, a great job with the guys up in the line of scrimmage.
It's almost as though they said, hey, let's put this thing on Eddie's shoulder and let him run with it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, the opportunity was there and I just took advantage of it. I'll be better.
Eddie George, another big game. He came in with 4 100-straight-yard rushing games today, and he did it again. That's why he's the guy Ohio State is pushing for the Heisman Trophy. And again, conditioning, a key factor. The Buckeyes have said all season long, we're going to own that fourth quarter. We're in better shape. Dave Kennedy in the weight room. We're going to wear people down, and they did. They owned the fourth quarter, with the exception of the Josh Jackson missed field goal. They got the 2 touchdowns. They got what they had to do. They won. And just win, baby. We take it and we go home.
Hey, Eddie George, I had to have gone over 100 yards today. I'm sure he did.
No question. I think his last ramble was 50-51. So the Buckeyes on a roll here. 6-0. Vinny, back to you.
All right, Clay City, 141 yards on the day for our man, Eddie George. And let's talk about the third quarter. Still not very exciting for the Buckeyes. The action sees them jump on Wisconsin, but not doing real good early. Ryan Miller, of course.
The ball carriers.
John Cooper checking things out, and as we said, Ryan Miller, the big play, you saw it earlier, you see it again, steps in front of Carl McCullough and makes the pick, going 31 yards down to the Wisconsin 6-yard line. Here come the Buckeyes. 2 plays later, it's going to be Bobby Hoying. He's going to find Terry Glenn, his favorite all year. Glenn hauls in the touchdown. That's the 16th touchdown pass of the year for Bobby Hoying. 13-9 Buckeyes on top. Cooper going for 2, but you can't find Glenn twice in a row, Bobby Hoying. It's incomplete. The margin is 4. But the Buckeyes defense tiring a little bit in the third quarter, and Carl McCullough gets it in gear. He's going to run 18 yards down to the Buckeye 14-yard line. Nice tackle there. Damon Moore. Now you're going to see him on the draw play. McCullough 14 yards, the touchdown. Wisconsin comes right back to take the lead, 16-13 over the Buckeyes. OSU gives it back to Wisconsin, and they threaten. But look at that, Matt Finkus on 3rd and 20. Sacks Bevel back to the 11-yard loss. Wisconsin settles for a field goal, but they won't settle for a field goal. It's blocked. Buster Tillman gets him in gear going the other way. The 18-yard catch out to the OSU 27-yard line, and now Terry Glenn. This is a 32-yard reception down to the Wisconsin 22-yard line. It's still 16-13 Badgers, but here comes the Buckeyes. How would that drive there would end in a missed field goal by Josh Jackson. It's about a 38-yarder, and it's gonna be short. But did I say something about the fourth quarter? Clay Hall talked about it. The Buckeyes defense really comes on strong. Darrell Bevel, he can't find anything. Running around, finally gets the pass off, but a penalty will push the Wisconsin Badgers back, and then it's a big old dose of Eddie George. The big run right up the gut down to the 17-yard line. It's an 18-yard run, and how about a little more Eddie? Just pitch it and run behind Orlando. He's into the end zone. It is a 20-16 Buckeye lead. They're coming in the fourth quarter, and now one more dose of Eddie George. 51 yards to cap his 3-touchdown day. Nobody's going to catch Eddie. Buckeyes go on to win this one, the final, 27-16 over Wisconsin. They rush for 207 yards and only give up 113. Possibly the best defensive day for the Buckeyes. Mike Vrabel talking about the defense coming on strong. As I said, Mike Vrabel, let's talk to that defensive stalwart. The Buckeyes have a very good day, and Mike says, yes, on defense, we finally came on strong.
Absolutely, Mike Vrabel and all the guys. Increased pressure, I thought, on the quarterback today.
Hey, the defensive line did a great job of getting to Bevel. The only problem was Bevel, like I said earlier, would break containment, and they'd end up with a broken play, and we'd lose coverage and make their offense look a little bit better than probably it was today.
Really, because Bevel, he limps out there. You think this guy can't get around the corner, and they chased him and flushed him out, and he made some plays, as you said, hit some guys for big first-down yardage when he really is not a strong-arm quarterback.
I know, it was a little frustrating today because at times I felt like this team didn't even belong on the same field with us. I could tell that, we needed a few breaks and we would get going here, and it seemed like we were the better team. It didn't show that on the scoreboard.
Well, at least it did in the fourth quarter, and the Buckeyes win it going away, as mentioned, 27-16. More highlights now from Vin Kelly. Back in the house.
All right, thanks from you Mad City Bombers out there. Let's take a quick look around the Big Ten. Minnesota Northwestern just underway. But the big game today, the next up for the Buckeyes, the Purdue Boilermakers, Penn State visiting. Penn State trying to rebound from back-to-back Big Ten losses. Lions trailing 23-19 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Wally Richardson finds Bobby Ingram for 49 yards to the Boilers' 30-yard line. That'll set up the 16-yard pass from Wally Richardson. Dropping back is going to find his running back, Mike Archie. He's going to go into the end zone. Penn State pulls it out. 26-23, your final today. Penn State looking pretty good. Now, we're going to be right back. We've got the answer to that phone poll. Does Ohio State, are they bound for the Rose Bowl? We'll find out. 821-9007 if you say they are bound for the Rose Bowl. 821-9008. If not, you're watching Buckeye Football Fever.
Monday on 6 on Your Sideline.
It's another great hour of football. How you doing, everybody? I'm Anthony Rothman, and this week we're live from the Rush Creek Sports Bar and Grill with a look at the Buckeyes and Wisconsin. How did Eddie George do against the Badgers, and is he still in the hunt for the Heisman? And what about the defense? We want to hear from you. Cast your vote for the Defensive Player of the Week. It's football at its finest, and it's only right here.
6 on Your Sideline.
Here's another clever idea from Plymouth. To make the new Plymouth Grand Voyager even more versatile, they simply went back to the drawing board. And voila, a driver's side sliding door was born. Now it's twice as easy to get into, twice as easy to get out of, twice as easy to load, twice as easy to unload. Grand Voyager. It simply slides, folds, protects, unfolds, rolls, and drives better.
The folks in Latrobe, Pennsylvania never thought of themselves as real stylish. Yet take a look at their influence on fashion. Not to mention, they also make Rolling Rock beer. Since 1939, brewed from the mountain springs and world famous for it. So evidently, the good people of Latrobe have been on the cutting edge of style and taste for over 56 years now. If only they'd known it.
Let's be honest, we all care about how we look and feel. And with our fast-paced lifestyles, it's great to have a friend close by to help us. At Revco, health and beauty is our business. Besides our world-class pharmacy services, we offer much more. A complete line of vitamins, cosmetics, and other personal care products. Everything to help you look and feel your best.
Revco, a friend for life.
With that kind of selection and convenience, why would you go anywhere else?
Contact one of these nationwide insurance agents in your area. Rod B. Miller, Todd Berry, or Jack Goldstein, Jr.
By Big Bear, your tailgating headquarters. By Rolling Rock Beer, from the mountain springs of Old Latrobe, same as it ever was. By your Chrysler Plymouth dealers. By Revco, a friend for life. By HQ, HQ to the rescue. And by AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts.
Clay Hall and Cindy Cooper back at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, Wisconsin, where the Buckeyes have won it 27-16. We talked about that defense maybe bending but not breaking in the last few ball games, but I thought they stood up strong today, gave up 16 points, and that's not too bad on the road.
They sure did. Finkus, Vrabel, Matt Bonhouse, Luke Fickell, they all came through today.
Vrabel had a nice game. Let's hear from Mike, the sack dancer tonight. His post-game comments just moments ago.
It's unbelievable. We need to come in here with a win. Now we get to get out of Dodge. Get out of Dodge. Tough win, though. I guess you guys are due to win ugly, huh? Yeah, we're due to win.
Get a win and get out of Dodge, said Mike Vrabel, and I know you'll be happy to leave here, Cindy. Isn't this your favorite Big Ten road trip?
Hey, I'll be honest with you fans in Ohio. The fans here in Wisconsin are not the nicest people you can come into contact with.
They're partisan and they're tough.
They are tough. I was just telling Clay before our show that years ago when they were bad, the biggest attraction here at the stadium was the band after the game. All of the fans would wait to see the band, but they've really come behind their team and supported them, especially since the Rose Bowl.
No question about it. They are a solid, a representative Big Ten club, and certainly had a chance to entertain some hopes of winning this conference. The Buckeyes perhaps now in the driver's seat, maybe along with Northwestern, as they win it here today. A huge win, back-to-back road wins in the Big Ten for OSU, and coming back against Notre Dame, against Penn State, and now against Wisconsin. Proof positive of a championship football team. For Cindy Cooper, I'm Clay Hall. That's it from Mad City, where the Buckeyes have won it. Just win, baby. That's all it takes. Just win, baby. Vinny, back to you.
Clay, Cindy, before you leave, now I think the Buckeyes, certainly the best defensive day of the year. Take out the third quarter, and this team probably plays better on defense than they have all year.
Oh, no question about it. I think they stood up strong today. I agree, because the Buckeye offense came in as the 6th most potent offense in the country. They labored a little bit for 3 quarters before they kicked in the gear, and the defense held strong and gave them a chance to win.
The defense came through today when our offense was sputtering a little bit. Now that hasn't been that way in the past, but it's got to be that way. One of our sides have got to come through when we have a day like this.
Kicker Mike Malfat did not make the trip. Is that correct?
No, Mike didn't make the trip today for disciplinary reasons.
So he will try to get his way back onto this football team. Josh Jackson kicked off in his absence. Again, the Buckeyes are winner, 27-16, 11-point win. We'll take it. Benny, back to you.
All right, thanks, guys. 16 yards rushing in the first half for the Wisconsin Badgers, so that defense really bucks up for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, are the Buckeyes bound for the Rose Bowl? Do you think so? Let's take a look. On the yes side, 61% say yes, they are bound for the Rose Bowl. On the no side, 39%. We've still got some doubters out there. Columbus, what's going on? Buckeyes looking good at 6-0. Now, join us tonight at 11 for a look back at today's Ohio State-Wisconsin game. Don't forget to join us on Sunday night as well after the 11 o'clock news for this Pepsi Sports Zone. And you know it doesn't stop there. To wrap up the weekend and look forward to next week, join us Monday night, 8 to 9 p.m. live from Rush Creek Sports Bar and Grill for 6 on your sideline, leading in to Monday Night Football. That's going to do it for Buckeye Football Fever. Again, the Buckeyes 27-16 winners over the Wisconsin Badgers, 2-0 in the Big Ten, and coming back here next week to face the Purdue Boilermakers. You've been watching Buckeye Football Fever. Up next, 6 on your side, 7:30 newscast because the game was late. So stick around. We've got all the day's latest news, and we'll be coming back with more sports. You've been watching Buckeye Football Fever.
6 on your side, Buckeye Football Fever has been brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side.
Contact one of these Nationwide Insurance agents in your area. Rod B. Miller, Todd Berry, or Jack Goldstein Jr.
By Big Bear, your tailgating headquarters. By Rolling Rock Beer, from the mountain springs of Old Latrobe, same as it ever was. By your Chrysler Plymouth dealers. By Revco, a friend for life. By HQ to the rescue. And by AutoZone,